Hi everybody, I'm Leone from Bodyline, a Pilates studio in Beverly Hills. And Jessie and I are going to be doing a heavy glute workout today. Jessie's wearing weights. That's up to you whether or not you want to add a little 2, 3, 4 pound weight. I am going without. Warm your bodies up before you do this, please, okay? Then join us on the mat. Come onto your back. And we're going to start just with plain old bridging. Hands by the side, feet parallel. Go ahead and press the hips straight up, and we're going to round the back on the way down right now. Inhale at the bottom, tuck and push the lower back into mat as you press up. So we're kind of using this as a warm-up for the spine as well right now. Inhale and exhale, and even right now, really focus on your glutes. So you can shift and bias the work as you do these bridges. And try to really move from that hip socket so we're getting maximum engagement at that glute. Come up to the top, stay here. We're going to take little presses up. So again, we're holding that contraction the whole time. We're not really dropping and releasing the glute. We're keeping it engaged. For 3, for 2, for 1, roll yourself down. Pull the knees into the chest and then just circle the knees around, loosening up that hip socket so we don't get tight as we're trying to tighten. For 3, and 2, and 1. Put those feet back down and press the hips back up again. We're going to add a little challenge. Take the right leg to the ceiling, hold it. Stay nice and steady. Put that foot down. Without shifting, the left leg comes up. I like to flex the foot so I get the stretch in the calf. And put the foot down. That's not super important, but I encourage it. Flex the foot. Let's point the foot. Flex the foot. Point the foot. Flex the foot. Point the foot. Put the leg down, maintaining that height of the hip. The other leg comes up and flex and point. Continue to do that. Make sure you're not grabbing with your neck and your arms and your back. Everything else is effortless effort. Put the foot down. Roll the hips back down to the mat, pull the knees into the chest. Go ahead and let your back move a little bit on this one. So just really doing whatever feels right and good on your lower back. Not too much technique right now. 2 feet back down. Press the hips back up, stay there. Really make sure that your tail is pointed towards your knees. One leg goes up, and we're gonna take little presses here, pushing through that heel. The more you focus on stamping into that heel, again, the better engagement in the glute. Now your hamstrings are going to be feeling this too, right? So don't think you're not going to feel it there. You will, but still try to focus on the action coming from the socket. Put the foot down, maintain the height. The other leg comes up, and then that same contraction, really staying at the top of the range of motion, not dropping down to the mat. For 3, for 2, for 1, the foot comes down, roll down through your spine, hug the knees in and circle. For 3, for 2, for 1. I forgot to mention you should have a chair. Grab it now if you don't have it. And then bring yourself so that your whole lower leg is supported by the chair. And you might need to make a couple of little adjustments. No more rolling from here, from the hip socket. Bridge straight up. Straight down. Back up 2. Flex the foot and stamp into the heels. Back up 3 and lower. Back up 4 and lower. Back up 5 and 6. Again, those arms are light. Let's take them up. Take the arms off the mat. So now I'm sure that no one's using their arms to help. 2 more. Make sure you don't feel any pressure in the lower back either. Come on down, hands by the side, pull the right knee into the chest, and just gently stretch that leg up. And it's fine if the knee stays bent. We're just looking for a sensation of stretch here behind the leg. And let's take the other leg in, and take the leg up. And your leg is not going to look like Jessie's, former ballerina. Don't judge yourself because you can't do that. Take the foot back down, lift back up to the top, turn the legs out this time, knees open, and then pulse up here. This actually feels really nice here on the front of my hip sockets. Who knew? Keep pressing those knees wide. This is actually Jessie's exercise. She just made it up for me. Keep pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. That felt so good, we're gonna do it again. So come right back up, stay there, and little presses up. And remember, you're not releasing the glute in between. You're keeping that engagement the whole time for me, please. Press and press. Remember, those arms are light. Maybe you take the arms up so you're sure you're not pressing too much with the arms. For 3, for 2, for 1, come all the way down. Okay, move away from your chair a bit. We're going to go into some side lying series. We're going to start with clams. Everybody knows clams, right? Knees come in line with your hips. You might have a little roundness here, that's fine. The hips stay stacked now. The top leg goes straight up and down. Go ahead and put your hand here on your hip and then try to feel a contraction under your hand. Most people will do something like that where they allow their whole back to move, right? And then you're not really loading the hip. 2 more like this. And we're going to change the angle a little bit just by lifting the 2 feet up and then pressing the knee open and close. So it's still coming from the same place, but you're going to feel a little different. We're hitting the fibers a little bit different here. Press, and you're going to your full range without moving this spot right here. Everything else is relaxed. Make it look effortless. Listen for your breathing. Last time like that. Lower everything down. From the kneecap now, little circles, forward and back. And this is actually a lot harder than it looks, particularly if you're really keeping that back still. Go ahead and take your hand, bring it onto your sacrum, which is right under your lower back, and keep everything nice and still. You should have a lot of heat in that glute by now. Last time like that. We're going to go to one of Joe's exercises. So we're setting up for side kick. Bring your 2 feet to the front corner of your mat, and then lay yourself in a beautiful straight line. Lift the leg up to the height of the hip. Kick that leg forward. Take a little pulse. Point your toes, sweep it back. Little pulse. And that hamstring stretch right now should feel really nice. So we're still getting the load here of the hip, right? But now we're mobilizing the hip socket, and we're getting equal amount stretch. So we're stretching the hamstring here, and then stretching the hip flexors there. Of course, in order for all of this to happen, the hips need to be still. Last time like that. 2 legs together, roll onto your belly. Hand on hand, forehead on your hands. Turn out the legs, squeeze the heels. From here, press the knees straight up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8, 7. The pubic bone stays down. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. You're going to roll to your other side. Jesse and I are going to stay facing you. So the 2 feet come to the front corner. Oh, no, no, no. We're going to clams. The knees start in. The back's a little round. Hips are still. Here we go. Straight up, straight down. And 2. And let's go ahead and put that hand again on your hip. Those are your abductor muscles. Very important for your health. Press and press. Most of us only think about them in terms of, how they look. Everyone wants to tone the glutes these days. Last one like that. The feet touch, lift the 2 feet up, and then open and close. 2 and close. And you should be feeling this by now. Try to keep those feet up high, and then no tension anywhere else. Listen for your breath. I'm talking a lot, so it's hard for me to show you the breathing, but I'm breathing because I'm talking. So you do some breath. Last time like that. And lower the feet down. Here come those circles. Bring your hand to your sacrum here, and now circle that knee. Right, and that circle's happening in the hip socket. The back is nice and still. Try to make sure that that knee goes behind you. The front part everyone pretty much does. It's this part of the circle.
the back part that's the most challenging right now. Last time like that. Everything together, and let's go to Joe's side kicks. So lengthen your spine out. I like to use the back of the mat as a guide and then take my 2 feet to the corner of the mat, the front corner. Legs parallel, leg up at the height of the hip, kick the leg forward, 1, 2, point and take it back. And right now that feels so nice on my hamstring and my hip flexor. So we don't want to always do things in those little tiny pulsy ranges where we do 300, 500 reps of a thing in order to feel that burn. We do want to make sure that we're also lengthening and stretching and taking our joints through full range of motion. Last one like that. And then roll back onto your belly and do another set of that frog position, pulsing the legs up and up. I'm putting my head down. I'm going to go silent for a bit. Three, and 2, and 1. Let's take a rest position. And the knees can be slightly open if you need them to be, or the knees might be together. Stretch the arms out straight. Deep breath in, and long, slow exhale out through the mouth. And we are going to come to some standing. So go to your chair, and I want you to set up with your hands right under your shoulders. Your feet are in first position. The knees are soft. From there, reach one leg back behind you. Let the big toe touch the mat. The back doesn't change. That leg goes straight up and straight down. Back up and lower. Continue like this and be really mindful about what you're doing. So this is not about the height of the leg. Ms. Walrath back there can lift that leg way higher, but that's not what I'm asking for, right? She's trying to load the glute, not go into her full range. Press and lower. And my bottom knee just has this softness to it. Last time, keep the leg up, a simple pulse up. And again, you're never dropping the contraction of that glute. 3, 2, hold it here. So now we draw a triangle. The leg comes to one side of your mat. It goes back to the top, then to the other side of your mat, and up. Cross and lift. Cross and lift. And you might notice that the bottom leg now is feeling the work, more than the top leg even. And that would be correct. It's fighting to keep you still. Last time, bring your 2 legs together, bend your knees, roll all the way up, hands up over the head, lift the heels up, down, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Stay here, lift the chest, open the arms, take a deep breath of air in, and let's reset for the other side. So the toe goes back, your spine is long, so I'm not up here. I'm trying to get my spine parallel to the ground. Soft knee, and here we go, straight up, straight down. So then also, you're using this chair just as like a little tool, right? So almost as if you could take your hands off. Do use the chair, but don't lean on the chair, right? Check yourself every now and then. See if you can take a hand off or tent up onto your fingertips. And make sure you're not relying on your upper body to hold you still. Nice clean swing, super straight back leg. Remember, we don't care how high the leg is going. It's just reaching out behind you. Last one, hold the leg up. Stay here, little pulses up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Now we draw that triangle. One side of the mat, back to the top of the triangle, other side of the mat, and lift. And your gaze should be straight down, everybody, so the back of the neck is long. Ooh, and I'm shaking a little bit, and I'm really feeling it so much right here. I got a little quiver. Dig deeper with your breath now, ladies. Dig deep with the breath. We're almost done. And last time like that. Lower the feet down. Ay, 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 ay. The arms come up. Lift the heels up, down. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Drop those shoulders. 6, and 7. Last time, 8. Have a seat on your chair. We're going to stretch those muscles out now. Cross one leg over the top. Sit nice and tall. Let this knee be heavy. Some of you might pitch forward. Some of you not. Truthfully, I feel enough right here. So I'm staying here. I'm not doing anything else. Deep breaths in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Let's do another breath. In through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Let's change sides. And when you change sides, try not to shift your hips. So bring that leg up and over and try to feel yourself balanced on the 2 hip bones. Flex this foot, sit tall, and go to where you need to be to feel the stretch in the hip. For me, I'm good right here. And now in that tightest spot in your hip, think of sending your breath there. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale. And exhale. 2 feet down. Thank you for joining me today. There's lots more of this on our YouTube channel, but you can also check out our website where we are currently offering live classes with me and my wonderful staff out of Bodyline. See you soon. Stay healthy.